I was humbled so quick tonight. I was on live with my boyfriend and someone was like, "How old's your girlfriend?" And John jokingly responds 47. And the girl comments, "Oh, I thought she was early 30s." I am 23.
Wow, Gen Z really is aging like milk. 23, to be honest with you, I would say mid 30s. And I guess if somebody said their 40s, I'd be inclined to believe it. I think that the intense addiction to makeup in young women's lives, filters, and I guess all this made up stress, because essentially Gen Z has grown up in the simplest times ever in this world, and they complain more than anybody has ever complained probably in history. I guess that takes it out on you. I guess it artificially ages you. Leave a like on this video and give it a share or a follow to hear what other people think.
Apparently, Gen Z is like aging really rapidly.
I
This
mean,
one
they're
girl,
fucking chronically online, depresso stresso.
well, I don't know because we're the depresso stresso gen.
I think they're worse.
This girl, her boyfriend posted a video or something. It's gone viral. People were like, "How old's your girlfriend?" He jokingly was like 42 or whatever. And they're like, "Oh my God, she looks great. I thought she was like 32. She's 22. So she's like, I'm having a crisis. Like, what the fuck? And
Whoa.
she's beautiful. But she does look old. If I saw her, I would think that we were the same age. Apparently, Gen Z is like aging really rapidly.
It is mainly because of the stress. Come here. We live in a time nowadays where millennials look way younger for their age, while Gen Z looks way older for their age. If you don't believe me, I'm Gen Z. Get closer. I am Gen Z and nobody ever believes me. When my mom and I walk out in public, people think that my mom is my younger sister. Right? When I tell people, "Oh, I'm going to go hang out with my family," they think I'm talking about my children. I don't have kids. Right? I'm talking about my parents. I'm still the child. Does that make sense? I'll put it to you like this. Zendaya is older than me. Tom Holland is older than me. That's, you know what I'm saying right now? There was one time I wanted an autograph from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right? I was standing for hours for this autograph, and when he walked up to me, I said, "Can you please sign this poster? It's for Jordan," right? He then took it and put, "Dear Jordan, your dad is a great guy. He stood out here for hours," and then gave it back to me. And before I can correct him, he looked at me and said, "Times were way more difficult back when we were kids, am I right?" And then he tapped my shoulder and left. Dwayne is 52. I am 26. What I'm saying is, so Gen Z definitely looks older. I'm not going to lie to you.
Here are my theories around why Gen Z looks so much older than millennials. Number one, I do think the food that Gen Z is eating and the food that their parents ate definitely affected them on a genetic level. And I think food is so much more processed nowadays. I think things are marketed as being healthy and they're not at all. So I think that's the biggest contributor to them looking older. Two is vaping. Millennials did not grow up with nicotine being popular. It was not cool to smoke cigarettes. But vaping is considered very cool. I feel like it's so widespread among Gen Z, and smoking definitely ages you a lot. Three is radiation. So Gen Z grew up around technology. Millennials didn't really. I mean, Gen Z, they're around for the iPhones, iPads, computers. They've been using all this stuff since they were little. And all these things emit radiation, which affects you on a cellular level. If you're getting that since you were a child, of course it's going to age you so much more rapidly. Four, plastic surgery. Now, a lot of people say that they think plastic surgery and the way people dress is a big reason of why Gen Z looks so much older. I only think this affects a portion of Gen Z. I mean, there's so many people out there that cannot afford plastic surgery at such a young age, so I don't think it's realistic to think this is the main contributor. However, I do think for those that are getting plastic surgery, I mean, kids are like getting filler at 18, which is wild. So yeah, all that stuff, it's not great to do that before you start aging. It's gonna, I don't think it makes you look younger. and it's gonna weigh your face down. So yes, I think that is a contributing factor for those that do get plastic surgery young. Last reason is I think that these young kids are trying to do anti-aging at such a young age where it just doesn't make sense. I mean, people are like 15 using retinol. It's like, that's not when you're supposed to use retinol. You're not really helping yourself at that point. Obviously, if you're into skincare, you need to do procedures and use certain products when you need them. But when you don't need them, it might be doing more damage than good to you.
Everybody's talking about how Gen Z is aging like a pack of saltine crackers. And at first I didn't believe it until I realized that somebody I follow on here, y'all know the guy, like, he always records in his bathroom, like in the mirror. He wears the glasses and he talks like this and he's like always explaining something or asking a question. That man is 26 years old. I thought he was in his mid to late 30s. I thought that he had kids and owned a house with a study and like a library and an office. That's what I thought he was. But no, he's in his mid 20s. Gen Z, we got to get y'all some health insurance. And a few weeks ago, I made a video complaining about those little 10-year-old Sephora girls buying retinol creams and all this other stuff. And now I understand why they're doing it. Because the 9-year-olds and the 10-year-olds are looking at y'all 22-year-olds looking 40, and they're saying to themselves, I don't want that to be me. So now they buying these anti-aging creams and stuff. So as a millennial, a young-looking millennial, I want y'all to go and vote for like better healthcare policy so that y'all can get good dermatology, maybe vote for somebody to get better food quality in this country. Because, you know, they trying to raise the retirement age and y'all already look retired. So I don't think that can be good for the economy. But that's all, y'all. Pray for Gen Z.
Keep seeing TikToks of people talking about how Gen Z looks way older than they actually are. They look old for their age. And I just saw one saying that millennials look young for their age. And it's funny that this is a topic of conversation now because a couple of years ago, probably like 5 years ago, I went to Target with my younger sister. She's Gen Z. She's 10 years younger than me. I think at the time she was probably 15. And we were checking out in Target and the cashier was like, we were talking about how we were sisters for some reason. And she asked who was the older sister. And I was like, I'm literally 25. Like, she's a baby. Why is this actually a question that you're asking? Like, how are you even asking this? I just thought that was so weird. This is a picture of me and my sister who is 10 years younger than me. Do we look 10 years apart? Do we look the same age? Like, what do you guys think?
Millennials look younger than who?
I don't think millennials really look younger. I think for the most part we look good to be the age that we are. I will say that. We aging gracefully. I just think that Generation Z is aging faster, if that makes sense. So it looks like we almost like in the same age category. Like a lot of y'all in y'all like 20s look like y'all almost like in y'all mid to late 30s. I think that's what it is. Living fast, hard, rough, social media, trying to keep up with the Joneses is aging y'all really quickly, if you ask me. I think y'all get offended when people speak on it, but y'all do be trying to call people old. But the truth of the matter is we look the same age. I think that's the point of it. I'm 37, about to be 38, and I know I look my age. And I'm perfectly fine with that.